are you? We hope your week has been very well. We're here every week, every Sunday, bringing you the Corpsepaint Show. We want to keep you up to date on horror things. Right, Janie Slash?
Yes, absolutely.
Horror things and metal. We love extreme metal and extreme punk, crust, street punk, all that extreme stuff. We want to give you news on that and tell you bands we're listening to and things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who I'm listening to at the moment?
Who are you listening to at the moment?
Who are we listening to at the moment? All right, this is a band from Holland. They're a Dutch band called Heiderosius. Heiderosius.
I like the cover.
Heiderosius. I like them a lot.
I like the bear.
All right, Dying Fetus. Tell me the name of the title, Janie Slash.
Wrong one to fuck with.
Say it with emphasis.
Wrong one to fuck with. I thought I already said it with emphasis.
Wrong one to fuck with. The new release by Dying Fetus.
You said it exactly the same way I did, but just in a man voice. Does that make it different?
What about this one?
Evil Spirits.
Of course, Ziggy, you know we got the new copy of Evil Spirits by the Damned. Oh, it's so good. Of course, hey, remember our friend Christine Young? This is her album called Knife Shift. Knife, did I say it right? Knife.
The Knife Shift.
Thank you.
The T in the looks like a knife.
The Knife Shift. And Samael, the new one called Hegemony. Yeah, by Samael.
Hegemony?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you know, the big party in Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah, is that how you say it? And Protest. This is an extreme death metal band from Texas, which we love. Protest. Listen to all of that at the moment. But, man, let's go to some horror because we are the horror show, as you see behind. Look, William Friedkin made The Exorcist.
I thought we were the Corpsepaint show.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, Friedkin made The Exorcist in 72 or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Now he's gotten around to making a documentary about a real exorcism. Yeah. It's called The Devil and Father... I forget. Father somebody.
I like how you forgot.
Yeah. Father... yeah.
Help us, Ziggy. Help us.
I believe that it's the Devil and Father Amorth.
Yeah, but I think he pronounces it Amart.
Amart.
Maybe that's the Italian way. I'm not sure, but so the Vatican actually employs people to various priests, I guess, who do orgasm. Sorry, exorcism.
What?
What are you talking about?
What? Please set the record straight.
Let's just play the trailer.
Let's.
Because he's drowning here.
Oh, come on.
At the time I directed the film, The Exorcist, I had never seen the real thing. But on May 1st, 2016, Father Gabriele Amorth, the Vatican exorcist, invited me to witness an actual exorcism. I had no idea what to expect.
The more you open yourself to thinking about this stuff, and you start feeling about this stuff, the more room you allow for the supernatural power of evil to come in.
If we don't understand it, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
There's a dimension of this world that is strange and beyond our capacity to control.
Can I know how to treat it? No. So something is happening to her, it's clear. But maybe she puts into it the religious context in which she grew up. Because they believe, obviously, they know what's wrong with her. She's possessed by the devil.
I think that's a very dangerous thing. Getting in close quarters with the devil. People like Father Amorth maybe can do that. I would never dare to do it.
This is not fiction. It's different from all the movies. And I was there to film it.
So, The Devil and Father Amorth. All right, it's about a real exorcism. Apparently, there are some, I don't know, there's some filmed, staged scenes as well, but part of it is documentary style. So, I don't know, we'll see, right? Look, I've been posting a lot about exorcisms and such, and so the Catholic Church gets very caught up in trying to find Satan in people, and I don't know, I think it's crazy. So anyways,
I'm not going to go there.
I like the comment the guy says just because we can't understand it doesn't mean it's not real. Well, fair enough. Just because we can't understand it doesn't mean it is real either. So I don't know, watch a film, maybe you decide yourself. But that is a new Friedkin movie. Now, what we need to do on the show is have a show about exorcisms. Don't you think? We can have Bob Larson style, exorcisms and compare it to what I mean,
What, a real
discussion about.
exorcism
Yeah. So he does all these big stage things. He should be a guest on the Corpsepaint show.
I don't want to be exercised.
I hate exercise.
No, like.
All right. That voice you heard is from beyond our table, and that means it's from Ziggy, who is our sound engineer. What's up with exorcisms these days, Ziggy?
Well, it's kind of crazy. Like the Bob Larson style of more like Protestant exorcism is very drastically different from like Catholic exorcism. And Catholic exorcism is usually what's in the movies and what people think of when they think of exorcism. But modern exorcism, the Catholic Church has tried to kind of distance themselves from that quite a bit because there are so many people like Bob Larson out there that do this, like the Protestant equivalent of that, but it's pretty much that they're doing it for the money, because there's like this famous clip where I think it's Bob Larson did an interview about being able to do exorcism via teleconference.
Oh yeah.
So like you can
he does it
Skype exorcism and things like that. Yeah. And like the Catholic Church, it's a huge deal, and with Bob Larson and people like that, they pretty much remove themselves from the mental health aspects of exorcism, because that's the belief in the medical community, is that exorcism was just undiagnosed mental illness way back in the day, whereas the Catholic Church has actively sought that out because they realize how much of a problem that is, and so they actually have a protocol to follow before they ever start even thinking about exorcising someone. Like they have to go to so many different mental health professionals that are like medically certified to be able to do this, and so all these different boxes have to be checked before they ever reach that point.
Whereas if you
There was a movie, I don't remember which one it was, where they did show that they wanted that this person was convinced they needed their child to be exorcised, and they're like, well, you need to take them to a therapist, you need to go through all these steps, these protocols before we even look at it.
Medical testing.
It might have been like The Possession, if I remember right, where there was the box. But I can't remember.
Maybe was that the exorcism of Emily Rose, possibly? Because there's
I don't think so.
Well, there's the...
Because it was more recent, I think, than that one.
Yeah, there's the famous German court case.
Yeah.
Where...
Her name was Michelle,
I think so. But she met those requirements, and so they started an exorcism on her. But what a lot of people don't realize is that an exorcism is not like a one day and it's done thing. It's a constant. And she was... They were exorcising her for, I think, over a year.
She died.
She died essentially
Like
of malnutrition.
Malnutrition, like dehydration, I thought, yeah.
All right, we want more on that. Hey, so as opposed to the Bob Larson way, which is 10 minutes and he'll get the demon out of you.
I don't know how.
It's
I watched
pretty
I've seen YouTube videos.
Hey, all right. So next
Which is
month,
not how you should see exorcism videos on YouTube.
next month, guess who is coming to Gas Monkey Live?
I have a floating hand in my face.
Satyricon. Are you talking about my hand? Yes, it's Satyricon. Satyricon. So we have 2 tickets to give away to Satyricon next month. It's on a Monday night. I think it's May 28th. And that's at Gas Monkey Live in Dallas.
You shouldn't be holding them up like that.
Why, you think people are going to
You shouldn't
steal the barcode?
Yeah, you're not supposed to put the barcode on.
Okay.
Here.
And so to win these tickets, all we want you to do, cue Ziggy, is go to corpsepaint.net, and there is a contact tab at the top, and send us an email. Now, what we want you to tell us is what songs were you liking on the home page, which is, if you scroll down, then you see DJ Satan. What's playing right now? Atomic Rooster. The end of the day. Yeah, badass. So tell us what songs you listened to, what you liked about it, what you didn't. Criticism is fine, but to win these tickets, send us an email. It's all you have to do. and then I'll be in touch with you, and we'll get your address, and we'll mail them out to you. Fair enough? The show's in Dallas, May 28th. Do I have the date right?
Yes, it's May 28th.
Yeah.
It's on a Monday.
Yeah, Monday night, May 28th, Gas Monkey Live. No, Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
Don't say live, bar and grill.
In Dallas.
You would not believe how many people end up at the wrong place and confused.
All right. So I'm told this is Satiricon's last U.S. tour.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm here for the horror.
I'm here for the horror.
I mean, I love metal, but I'm mainly here for the horror.
Some great Norwegian extreme metal from Satyricon. You can go to it free. You give you 2 free tickets. Just follow those instructions. All right. Now, this weekend has been wild in Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas. On Thursday night, there was a great video release party for our friends, Secret of Boris.
We just had them on Sunday.
Indeed.
If you can go watch that at youtube.com.
That's right. But guess what we have this time is the actual video. We have the actual video this time. Yeah, it's Secret of Boris, and it's called Make My Way Out. My Way Out. I'm sort of drawing a blank. Make It Out. Yeah, Make It Out. And so that's Secret of Boris. Let's take a look at part, or at least a good chunk of this video, which was done by
Little Spark Films.
Our friends at Little Spark Films. Powerful song by Secret of Boris, and it's called Make It Out. So check them out on Facebook. Find them. Dallas-based band. And in fact, they played Saturday night. We couldn't go.
We had a show.
Because of the fantastic, outstanding Deadly Sins Burlesque, which was at Wits End.
There were so many great events last night going on. We had our show at Wits End. The Foo Fighters were at Starplex. You had Secret of Boris at Trees, I believe.
At Trees?
Yeah, Earth Day Dallas was going on.
A lot of people told me they were going to that ska show over at Three Links.
There was a ska show at Three Links. Like so many good events. Steve Ellum's got it going on.
Doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Reno's had a metal show.
That's true.
Yeah, our friend Flesh Grinder stopped by at Deadly Sins, but then he had to leave because he had to go do guest vocals with him.
Now, I messaged him today. We're talking about Flesh Grinder from Crop Dust, and he said he'll join us on the show here hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Awesome.
So it'd be good to have him back. All right. Yeah. So
we need to have Silver Tongue Devil back. Also, I want to mention before we transition and change into a new topic that if you need any music videos filmed or any film work, you should definitely contact Little Spark Films. They do great work. They're the ones that are responsible for the Secret of Boris music video.
Yeah, which is strong.
Yeah, they're great to work with. They're very professional. They do a great job, and they've got a great turnaround time. You get everything back really fast.
And they're awesome people.
And they are. They're just great people.
Yeah.
They're really good friends of ours.
Do you like horror and do you like extreme metal and punk? Well, then you are on the right show. We're going to give it to you with no interruptions of commercials or no crap or nothing like that. We want to give you good stuff directly. All right,
Look, now
speaking
I'm
of
the
that.
disembodied hand.
On.
No, I'm not
All
disembodied.
right, what is this shirt I'm wearing, Janie Slash?
You're wearing your midnight shirt.
Ugh! Ugh! What a show Friday night. There was 3 great bands.
I didn't get to go. I had to do homework.
We have pictures of the wildness from Athanar, our friend, and his band Midnight. And so we want to share those with you. And yeah, okay, so look.
The show is at Double Wide.
Look at that picture. Is that outstanding? That's how in the face they are with you, you know. And all right, we got quite a few more.
It's also at Double Wide.
Yeah,
It's a little smaller of a venue.
Yeah,
it's a little more
it was
personal.
fun.
and
It was
intimate.
great.
Is it actually a single wide?
No, it's a
No,
double.
there was a bar called. Is Single Wide still open?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
I
Single
drove
Wide.
past it.
Single Wide's like a hallway.
Drove past it. Nah, come on.
My
All right.
friend was DJing there one time, and you just pretty much can walk in. And
Did I
you're,
send you-
this close to each other?
Did I send you about a dozen pictures of Midnight? Yeah, let's have a look. So there's our friend Athanar. Remember when he was on the show, Ziggy? Yeah,
I do. He was a call-in.
great guest.
Yeah, because you can't see his face.
Talks a lot about Cleveland. That's where he's from. He said, yeah, we came from cold Cleveland down to cold Dallas. And look, all they did was like a mini Texas tour. I feel kind of honored. So I'm going to turn around. Tell me what cities. What cities?
It says poisonous, trashiness, and metalliness.
I think the tour was just Texas. Anyways, so let's keep looking at these pictures because I love them because the lighting was so cool. Yeah, a little bit of chaos going on, and you
I
know,
like their banner.
Yeah, their banner is great, and that lighting is delightful.
and let's see, we got a few more. I think craziness going on with Midnight. Enjoyed going to that show. My buddy Bruff and I were right there in the chaos. I like that picture a lot too. Kind of side view. It was crazy. It was fun. Now, just keep scrolling if you've got them there, Ziggy. Yeah, one of the other backup bands was Cleric. They're Dallas based. They're death metal. They call themselves death metal. There's a picture. They sound more black metal to me, and I like it a lot.
Hey, if
It's
they want to be death metal,
Look.
let them be death metal.
almost a combination of like War Beast and Norwegian black metal, in my opinion. The lead singer reminded me a lot of Bruce Corbett. But yeah, good band, Cleric.
If they still want to be death metal, let them be death metal.
Oh wait, go backwards one if you can, Ziggy. I like that picture a lot. I don't know. It just kind of a cool close up of Athanar there, going crazy.
Is
all
he
right.
going crazy? I can't tell. I can't see his face.
Oh. Well,
He
you know
looks
what?
more serious to me.
You know what we could do? Let's just take a brief look at a video of Midnight playing recently. Yeah.
You know, you still can't see his face.
No, you can't, but we can see the chaos and the audience reaction. Satanic Royalty by Midnight.
This is nothing new for California to be fucking maniacs. Well, with that being said, we're gonna play something new here. This one's called. Oh, it's a cover of.
Trying to read the set list.
This one's called California Loyalty.
Yeah. Taste of Midnight right there. That song is called Satanic Royalty. They played a lot off of Sweet Death and Ecstasy, their new release. And heck yeah, Evil Like a Knife.
Sorry, I forgot the mics were live, and you were like so into it that you were like tapping the table that you were making this naked girl over here's body vibrate, and all I could hear was like the beats clapping. That sounds really bad. And it was really annoying. That's why I was like, what is that? Stop it.
All right. Now, I told you about Cleric. They've got a cool Facebook page. Cleric, the death metal band.
Go like their Facebook page.
Yeah, Cleric. Midnight and Cleric.
Mm-hmm. And like ours, too.
Yeah. There's Cleric. Cool. Look at that tour they're going on. Isn't that badass?
This is a huge tour, man.
Yeah, that looks like a really big tour.
So, Cleric is black metal, I think, but they call themselves death metal. I liked it a lot.
Quit saying that. Just say that they're death metal.
All right. And the other band was...
Use their genre pronouns.
Yes, jeez.
Okay, get the pronouns right. Hey,
never mind.
The other band is called Pissed Grave. They've got a very funny Facebook page. Check them out, too. Dallas-based crust punk. Look at it. Crazy. I like it. So, all three bands were outstanding. That was Friday night at Double Wide Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas.
It's a very eclectic.
Yeah, Pissed Grave. All right. So, another show coming up is the Suicide Awareness show at Wits End in Dallas.
Yes, May 11th and 12th.
Yeah, and
a lot of really great bands are playing. It's only $5 a night.
It's free before 10.
And it's free before 10.
It's free before 10.
It's a charity, so you should pay anyway.
Now, it's May 11th and May 12th.
That's what I said.
Yeah. And at Wits End, both downstairs and upstairs.
Yeah. Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs is playing at 12:15 downstairs on Saturday night. Come watch me and Raindrops jump around.
Responsible Johnny,
Hood Rat, Johnny's playing.
Silver Tongue Devil.
Crop Dust.
Sworn by the Sword. Weapon of Regret. Rapid
Read 'em all.
Face. Responsible Johnny. And then at 11:45, there's a beer break upstairs on Friday. But downstairs, they have Hood Rat, Silver Tongue Devil, Exploder, Skull Archer, and Confused. On Saturday, upstairs, they have Zomji, Bozo, Crop Dust, Aurorian, Oblivious Obscurity, and downstairs, they have Bad Hombres, American Minority, Saurus, Electric Vengeance, and to close it all out, Scary Cherry and the Bang.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but Beer Break is the name of a band, Ziggy, on Friday night.
Oh, well, I'm still going to go take a beer break.
My bad.
That's all right. You can have a beer break while you're listening and watching Beer Break.
I feel like that's a neat, cool name, but at the same time, it's kind of deceiving because I would be like, oh, hey, now it's time for the beer break, and then I would leave and go find a beer, and then come back and be like, oh, it was a band. What?
Yeah, they play a lot of empty rooms.
Oh, come on. Come on. All right. Do you want the tickets for... Don't hold it still, you said?
No.
Okay.
Oh my
for
gosh,
Satyricon.
No. Hold it up. I said don't hold it up at all.
For Satyricon, that's coming up next month. You can win them. Just send us an email on that Facebook page. Website page. All right. So, Ghost Story is another badass movie that is coming out. It's just called Ghost Story. And it's supposed to be like based on real things.
Is this the Casey Affleck movie?
What? You mean there's a movie that's like based on true events?
Yeah.
That's like so
about
rare.
Ghosts. About ghosts and exorcism.
Is it like based on a true event or a true story?
3 true stories.
Because you gotta like there's differences there.
Well, let's watch it and talk over it and make fun of it. No, and uplift
events
it.
means there's a lot of shit that inspired it. Story is an actual something that happened.
Yeah. Ghost Story. Ghost Story.
Ziggy has something to say. I can see it in his face.
Ghost Story.
My name is Professor Philip Goodman. My job is to explain the unexplainable, untangle the truth from the fiction. You don't have to have your life.
Now, I was
by
actually
superstitious fear.
reading a review of this movie the other day.
Oh, really?
And it is kind of... It's
everything you spent a lifetime trying to debunk the supernatural.
Created in the vein of like 50s and 60s British horror anthology.
Investigate if you did. Things are not always as they seem.
Tell me about your incident.
You don't believe, do you?
That's your incident.
Hello?
I don't want people looking at me and thinking I'm mad. because I know what I saw. No.
Hey, I don't know we're live or not. Sorry.
Do
Yeah,
you
we're
believe in
supposed to
evil,
preview.
Professor?
It's a British movie.
I didn't. Until that night. Maria?
These dodgy brakes.
I know you're still there.
The spirit. I understand how easy it is to get confused.
Don't let them thoughts get into your head, mate.
Everything is exactly as it seems.
You don't know everything.
Wait, I don't like it.
The brain sees what it wants to see.
Yeah, the brain sees what it wants to see. We hope your brain wants to see the Corpsepaint show every Sunday and get caught up on our YouTube channel.
I apologize. I didn't know the mic was still live.
No worry. Yeah, it's fine.
I can't stand it when we do that.
Yeah, it's a little
yeah,
it's
a
different.
little weird.
It's weird and different.
Kind of like the Corpsepaint show.
Yeah, come on, it fits.
It's just like
totally cool.
Satan.
Look, it was a British
I'm
horror
not
movie.
weird.
I know that you're not a fan of British horror, so
I
we
am
were
a
poking
fan
fun at it a little
of
bit.
British horror, but you shouldn't poke fun at British horror movies.
No. Like Ziggy
looks
said, it's
good.
sort of
I am a fan of good horror, and if there's a good horror movie, I don't care where it's from. Like, I just like good movies.
Good. Yes. Remember all those, all those.
I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Hammer movies. But there are.
They're
all right.
Probably the only
It's not my favorite.
haunted house movie that I really, really like is British.
Which one is it?
Legend of Hell House.
Yeah, that one's
I think
good.
it's a very interesting and unique take on that genre.
Yeah.
And I like all those Hammer because
I know
they're
you-
so atmospheric.
I know you do. I'm just not a big atmospheric person. They're all right. They're just not my favorite. I don't dislike them like massively. They're just not my favorite.
I like your dress.
Thanks.
With that big pentagram in front.
I do appreciate French cinema a little more, but I'm Italian.
Irreversible.
Hey, so it was a good show at Deadly Sins.
Inside's good.
Yeah.
Inside is good.
Martyr.
The original.
Martyrs is good.
I've heard that they might be making an American remake of Martyrs.
They already made it.
They did?
Mm-hmm. It's terrible. Don't watch it.
Totally different.
Didn't Tom Cruise produce it? Oh, no, spreading rumors. Or
Okay.
truths. I don't know. Could be either. Yeah, no, it's already been made.
I heard that Charlie Sheen saw it and thought it was a snuff film.
Speaking of, they just announced at Frightmare that the midnight screening is going to be Song of Solomon. Speaking of exorcisms, which goes with the theme, which we need to show that trailer at some point. I know we're not, cute to show that now, but Unearthed Films, they've been working on it. It's the new guinea pig film for the American Guinea Pig series.
We'll do it next week.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's intense looking. It looks really good.
Song of Solomon.
Song of Solomon.
Hey, and just a reminder, Ziggy, I don't think I put this on your list, but we are going to show that little thing about Raven Black later.
I also want to point out that this may be your only opportunity to see Song of Solomon like that without having to buy the DVD, because it's not exactly a movie they're going to show in theaters probably.
You mean the only chance to see it on a
Like
big
see it
screen?
on a big screen, yeah. If not, you'll be able to purchase it probably from Unearthed Films. And also they're having a big sale right now. Not to just go ahead and plug in.
Well, I'm gonna wait and watch it and see it the way it's meant to be seen, which is on a grainy VHS copy on a CRT TV that the scanning is wrong at 3 a.m. in a security guard booth.
What is your favorite guinea pig film? Have you seen them all, Ziggy?
I honestly haven't seen any of them. I've seen clips, but I've never seen one of them all the way through, either the American or the Japanese.
We have all the Japanese ones. So you should watch them. They're amazing.
Sure, I'll have to borrow them one
Yeah,
time.
you'll have to. My favorite's Mermaid in a Manhole. We were talking about that last night backstage of the show.
Yeah.
No, it's so gross. Like, I watch it and I'm just like, this is so amazing, but at the same time, I just want to vomit.
Now,
It's my favorite.
well, I know that we're jumping around a little bit, Satan, and I'm sorry, but while we're on the subject of Japan, I think that you and I have got a show to talk about today, right? But then also, before we do that, I want to plug something real quick that my buddy Pete made me started me watching. Have you guys ever heard of a show called Detroit Metal City?
No, I haven't.
So it is this anime that is about this band, this Japanese metal band called Detroit Metal City, and they wear corpse paint and they have like studs and armor and stuff like
sounds
that.
Right up Satan's alley.
It's really funny because the lead singer is not a metal fan. He's a super talented musician, but he would much rather be like a lovey-dovey folk singer
in
sort
a
of guy.
band.
Yeah.
But he's stuck in this one.
Yeah, and so it's this dynamic of him trying to simultaneously be successful as the singer of this metal band and have a second career where he does the music that he likes on the side. But it's this dynamic of, because he's this metal singer and because it's a persona, no one knows that he is Krauser. No one knows that he is this character, and so he frequently runs into DMC fans that think he's such a wimp and then try to beat him up.
Oh,
wow.
Yikes.
It's pretty great.
Sounds awesome.
That sounds
yes,
awesome.
It's
it
really
does
fun.
sound good.
That does sound
Hey,
really good.
So what's going on corpsepaint.net?
No idea.
Yeah,
let's
let's see
go check
what
it out.
I'm
Let's go
hearing
see
some
what's
good
going
music
on.
right now.
I know there's
But you know
music
what?
happening.
What is playing? Electric Hellfire Club, Unholy Roller. That is for all my TST friends. This is a great song by a great band that is so fun. Check them out, Electric Hellfire Club. All right, now, did you know Janie Slash?
I do know Janie Slash. She is me.
I saw her on stage last night.
Did you?
Yeah, she's like a performer.
Saw a lot of her on stage last night, from what
lot
I
of
heard.
her.
Just a little.
No, it was a lot. You saw a lot.
little.
And yeah, she did a horror routine.
I did do a horror routine. There was a lot of horror routines actually last night at the Deadly Sins Burlesque Inside Show. We had Silence of the Lambs. We had a song from Evil Dead the Musical, sang by Catalina from Little Spark Films.
Oh, yeah.
We had a Friday the 13th routine. And I feel like there was one more. Was that it?
Quite a few.
Fatty Rage had a growth come out of her back like in Phantasm 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard that happened.
Someone's head
She
exploded?
ate peeps off of my body like I was a naked sushi girl.
Oh.
It was a real peep show.
Yeah, she laid down on a table.
I laid down on a table and they put little peeps on me and she like ate them off of me.
There was no clothing.
Pretty awesome.
People loved it. And then I like got up and I was like trying to feed people peeps and they're like, fuck you, get away from me. And I was like, peeps aren't terrible. I think I'm the only person that likes peeps.
How sticky did you get from all that sugar?
Not bad. Just had a little bit of sugar on me. It wasn't too terrible.
Now,
I've been worse.
Was it set to the Def Leppard song?
No.
No, it was
we don't allow
My
them.
House by
I forget who.
On the middle of the block.
Not that one. No, not that one. No.
Oh, it was
Anyways,
like a hip hop song.
Yeah, you could maybe text her and she'll tell you.
There was a pinata sacrifice.
Yeah.
She sacrificed a My Little Pony pinata. She did. It was amazing.
I like that Jason routine for Friday the 13th. All right.
Thanks. Oh, we
Now-
also did Office Space inspired burlesque. I
So-
smashed up a fax machine.
That was
Not a little
fantastic.
one,
She
but
did an
one I
Office
made.
Space routine and got
Like a
frustrated
pinata.
at the office equipment and smashed it with a bat.
We did not use real office equipment this time because the last time I did, I hit somebody in the face with a piece of it. They weren't very appreciative about that. So we
Definitely
don't
need to
use
bring that
anymore.
back.
I did it last night.
We'll put up a screen. Put up a screen and all the fans
We're
will be
not
behind the
talking
screen.
about this right now.
All right, look. So, did you know, Ziggy and Janie Slash, when you play a vinyl record album, it is grooves, and a needle hops and jumps over these grooves and creates the
vinyl
note.
all the time.
Right. So you put a needle on the grooves, and it makes the
You
sound.
already said that.
All right. So, could we replicate this grooves somewhere else and have something rolling over it?
Do you mean these grooves? This grooves doesn't sound.
And create a song. Well, okay. As we're going to educate you on right now, you can actually play songs on a road if the grooves are spaced a certain way. Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to experiment with this.
Musical roads, 5 places where the streets sing. And you know what? It's because of the grooves in the road that your tire rolls over. Now, a couple of these are in America.
That can't be good for your tires.
No, you're just going over little grooves in the road. All right.
I hate the sound of that. That's
So-
it's like you hit the grooves and it makes that awful
Where's that one? New
sound.
Mexico. And there's California. All right, so keep going. There's one in Japan and South Korea and let's see, what was that first one? Oh, yeah, in Denmark. This Denmark one drew a lot of controversy because it plays their national anthem as cars, and the people who lived nearby were complaining about it. So here's my suggestion. If you're going to have grooves in the road, we want to hear a song by Dying Fetus, and let's just do the title song of Wrong One to Fuck With on the grooves in the road. Do you see an objection to that, Ziggy?
I mean, if you put it on the Autobahn, maybe.
Would you have to drive real fast to hear death metal song on the grooves of the road?
I feel like a lot of cars would flip.
Well, see, this is the problem with the one that was in Denmark. It was only up for, or there's a recent one that was in Denmark that they only put up for, I believe, a day. Because what happened is people would drive on it, think it was cool, and then circle back around to do it again. And so it increased the traffic on this road by about like 3-fold from what it would normally have in a day. But the other problem was that people started to drive on it faster and faster to see if it would still work and if they could get the same song at a faster tempo.
Yeah.
And they could. And so
It made them
was like,
grow.
this is super dangerous.
Yeah, it
and so
made
they
them-
very quickly removed it.
But the neighbors nearby also were sick of hearing the national anthem so often. All right, so do you know what happens, Ziggy,
Do
Janie?
you have to take your hat off? Like if it was here, like if they were playing it, would you have to take your hat off while driving?
Put your hand on
Put your hand over your head.
Hey, look,
Only
look.
it's a sign of respect.
Look. Here's my question. If you drive backwards over these grooves, and the song is, let's say, by Dying Fetus,
No, the devil will not talk to you.
it is exactly the same as playing your vinyl backwards, which you remember what they said, Ziggy. You play Madonna backwards or whoever, and you're going to hear messages from Mephistopheles himself. Right? So, yeah. If
I've heard that if you play Madonna backwards, you go deaf.
You drive backwards over these, and the same thing will happen. So
No,
here's
he's
my
full of crap.
Look. Here's my prediction, guys. How soon do you think it will be to where someone is going to claim when you drive backwards over these grooves on the singing roads that somehow Satan is involved?
Considering I have a feeling that not too many people know about it, I'm not really worried about
All
it.
right. Well, I predict in the next 12 months we're going to have a news story about that. No, I do. This is my prediction.
The prediction's gonna be idiots driving backwards on roads.
To try and summon demons.
No, they're not gonna. They're gonna leave the summon demon part
All right.
out.
Okay. All right. Hey, we ought to summon a demon right now. Let's do it because that's what our show's about.
I don't really want to summon any demons. They're kind of difficult to get rid of. That's how I got stuck with you. I'm kidding.
Ooh, zinger. I know you're
I'm
just joking.
kidding.
All right.
This is some type of punishment that I have to fulfill by being here every day.
Did you-
all you have to do is
I'm just joking. I
find
love
an
being
undead lawyer.
Do you know how hard it is to find an undead lawyer?
That's not in Satan's employ.
I know. I'm just screwed, man.
Hey, look.
No,
look,
I'm
look,
just kidding.
look.
I love being here.
All of my
alright.
best friends are in law. Look, guys, what month is it? What month is it?
Tip your delivery driver with weed month.
Oh,
the pizza delivery tip week, right?
I saw Jesus last night.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw him last night at the show. He told me that he missed a couple shows because the whole Easter thing was really awkward. He had to get through that. You know?
Hey, we
He
do want
had
to promote.
lift weights to move that stone. again?
I
Get
thought
back in fighting
it
shape?
actually, that was like my favorite thing
He's
ever.
letting
I was
himself
like,
go.
Jesus, you're back. And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry I missed last month's show. I had to deal with that whole Easter thing. You
Yeah.
know, it's really awkward.
I
I
had
try
a-
and tell people I'm not real and all this stuff didn't really happen, but they don't listen to me.
I had a gig.
Yeah, I had a gig.
For the record, there
So
is
look-
a guy that comes to our shows dressed like Jesus. And he came on. He came to the show last night.
He's good.
He's
Jesus
great.
Cristo.
He's my favorite. He looks just like Jesus.
He's great.
I think
So
he is
glad.
Jesus.
Now we're talking about Deadly Sins. All the fun
Yeah,
things
yeah,
you will
Deadly
see at Deadly Sins, and the next show is May 19th. May 19th. All right. The next show for Corpse Paint is every Sunday. Every Sunday. And you know who we're going to have a cool guest next week. But before we get to that, let's talk. Oh my God, what a great song this is, too. This is a song you will hear on corpsepaint.net.
Wait, we're going to talk?
Huh?
You said let's talk.
Okay, all right.
Like, is this new? Or we're going to start talking now? Like,
All right. Let's talk
Are
about...
we going to talk or are we going to rock?
wait, are you? Am I actually going to get to talk, or is it just you?
No, I want you to talk about the new Halloween movie.
I'm
that
being-
is
I'm just being crazy.
Halloween. Now look, all right, so please bring yourself up to date. Halloween, new version, 2018.
It's not a new version.
What do you mean?
It's like an add-on.
It's a new movie.
It's
Yes,
it's
a
a
new movie, but it's not a new version.
Well, it's technically a new number 2, right?
All right, so let's bring up the website.
I'm not 100% sure. It's really weird.
All right, so there it is, new Halloween movie slated for October of 2018.
But it's not a remake of anything.
Who directed it? David Gordon, someone?
David Gordon Green.
All right. What do you know about him?
He's directed a few movies.
All right, and
He directed Pineapple Express.
Oh.
And Joe. And I believe he also directed another movie called Undertow. Oh, wait, All the Real... No, is it All the Real Girls? I mean, he directed a couple of independent films before he kind of got bigger, but he works really closely with Danny McBride, and Danny McBride's also one of the producers and writers.
So we've had John Carpenter, we've had Rob Zombie, and now we've got this David Gordon Green. So what do you think, Janie Slash? Is it too much?
Well, considering Rob Zombie made a remake, like a re-envisioning of it, and this is actually more of a continuation of it, it's a little different.
It is?
Yeah, because it's a different take on it. If he was remaking it, you're looking at it differently, but I still don't know if we really need a new Halloween movie, but...
I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, but you're asking me to compare, like, an original or remake and then a continuation. It's kind of
All right.
not exactly in the same vein.
I mean, it's going to be better than H2O.
H2O is my first, like, horror movie, R-rated movie in a theater, so it has a special place in my heart, even though it's terrible. But I was still like, yes, I get to go see an R-rated movie in a theater, and it's a horror movie. Yay!
Yeah. Like, I mean, maybe the first. You're right. In the parallel would be.
And, yeah, I remember being like, Jamie Lee Curtis is a badass.
What was your first horror movie? Satan? Haxon that you saw in theaters?
Hey,
No,
Haxon's a great movie.
But the first horror movie I got a hand job to was. I don't remember. But
Meet the Fockers.
Was it at a drive-in? Because that's all they had.
Might have
back
been
then.
I can just imagine.
Go ahead, man.
Satan,
Go ahead. No, get it out now. Get it out now, so we don't have to deal with it again. Just
and like a
get it out.
busted out
We'll deal with it
Camaro, like with a severed hand,
no, my
watching the
first
town
car-
that dreaded sundown.
My first car was
Where's
a station wagon.
The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Did you ever see the remake of that?
I didn't realize there was a remake of
Yeah,
that.
they remade it. It's really bad. I mean, it's probably all right.
The original's really good, though.
The original.
All right. So what we're pointing out to you is
who directed the original? It was the same guy that did. Was it Boggy Creek? No, he did another movie that was famous too.
But the point is, we want to let you know there's a new Halloween for 2018 that'll be released in October 2018, which is only 6 months away. Because right now,
Bloomhouse
we're
is pretty sad.
Ziggy, Janie, we're halfway to Halloween. We are halfway there right now.
Really?
We're halfway there
Yes.
right now.
The Town That Dreaded Sundown was directed by Charles Pierce, who also directed The Legend of Boggy Creek. Sorry.
All right, cool. Very good. All right. Now,
so is today like simultaneously the saddest and the happiest day of the year.
Yes, it is.
Because we are the farthest away from Halloween, but now we get to start counting down to Halloween.
It's like if you're on the ocean and you cross the international date line, man. It's like sad and happy. Like, whoa.
Sappy?
Sappy.
Hey, look. Now, guess who is going to be on this very show next week?
The Guess Who?
Well, it could be.
I don't know.
I love Canadian rock.
I never know what's going on until I get here, so this is news to me.
Look,
he wakes me up from my nap and is like, "Come on, Janie, let's go." And I'm like, "What?"
I want to point out to you the number of people we know named Raven. Number one, there's Raven Dungeon at KNON, which we love his show. And number two is Raven, who read tarot cards at Deadly Sins last night. She was great.
Mm-hmm.
Raven.
Yes, her name is Raven.
And Raven is probably, I don't know Raven Simone, but
No, you also have
she's-
the Raven, from Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
The most famous Raven of them all.
But does the crow count?
He's a crow, not a raven.
But it's like the same thing, right?
Yeah,
It's not the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's that they're both black, they're both birds.
Oh,
Call them
come
a
on.
murder. It's
No.
We're in the bunker, and
Did you,
I don't know,
how do you
we're
feel
losing our
about,
oxygen.
speaking of remakes, how do you feel about this Crow remake coming up with Jason? Is it Jason Momoa's The Crow?
I don't think it's going to be good.
I saw the picture of him in makeup, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I grew up in the whole Brandon Lee is hot thing, like he was, yeah. The Crow was like my generation.
That's cool.
The Crow and the
No,
Craft.
that was the Who.
No, yes, the Who.
All right.
We have
So-
some weird thing about Who tonight. Guess
Now,
who? The Who.
I know that Raven is. I mean, Ziggy has picked up on my Raven theme here, because the guest next week is Raven Black. So we've talked to them. They're a badass, cool band. They're on this big tour of North America.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they're in Oklahoma, but they're not stopping in Texas. I don't know. It's fine. It's
Why?
fine.
Why aren't they coming to Texas?
Well,
I guess
we'll
I'll ask them next week.
That's darn right. But look, this is a band called Raven Black, and let's take a quick look. Nothing I like better than that sound. Was that fantastic?
Sorry, that was my thumbs up signaling to Ziggy. You're
Wow.
doing good over there, Ziggy. Good job.
Look, Raven Black,
Thanks,
you're
boss.
watching right now, because I know you're not on tour quite yet. I gotta say, man, that is fantastic. Crank that up loud, Ziggy. Can we watch it again? I want to watch it again. You
Okay.
gotta have this taste of Raven Black here next week.
You can watch it all you want.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
we do it
I
now.
got you.
We do
Okay,
it now.
We can do it now.
Now.
Do it now.
Give me
it
like
now.
just a minute.
Oh,
though.
okay. We have to give Ziggy a
Because I
minute.
did
All right.
uncue it.
He uncued it. All right.
Well, we don't
No
have to
problem.
watch it again.
No,
now.
we're gonna watch it now.
Why?
Because I want you to feel this intensity and look at this cool band. They're so awesome. Look, I like visual and I like the music. I like the combo here.
Are we rewatching the same video, or do you have a second one?
Look. I don't think you watched it the first time. I love songs about Satan, and that was Cleric. God dang, that's strong.
Isn't that a little narcissistic
Yeah,
to
it
love
is.
songs
But
about
look,
yourself?
But look, what I respect is they're filming a video in a fire. It appeared, and singing some great intense music. I don't know. I would think the drum heads would melt, but that was Cleric, Dallas band. Freaking love them. That was an intense show that they played here recently.
And you saw them on Friday night, is that right?
Yeah.
At Double Wide with me.
Gah. All right, but I'm excited about Raven Black for next week. and a lot more about them. You'll learn and see. Their tour starts soon, hitting all over North America, and we'll talk to them. So very excited about them. Raven Black next
We're
week.
excited. Next week's going to be a good show.
Woo! All right. Now, were you telling me there's only 2 episodes of Ash?
There's only 2 episodes of Ash vs. Evil Dead left, sadly. Tonight's one of the 2, so make sure to watch it. And then cancel your Star subscription. I'm just joking, but no, I'm canceling mine.
Should we have Dana back and just
We
ask
should
her
have
what
Dana
the heck?
back
What's
and
up,
talk to
girl?
her about, her feelings on this whole thing. I know she's sad. She made a post on Instagram earlier today saying that it feels weird that the last 2 episodes are coming out because they just canceled it on Friday.
Yeah, I actually got back from work and saw it, and I was really bummed.
I was really bummed. That's like the only show I actually watch, like weekly.
I think what it is...
and I don't watch anything.
I wouldn't necessarily call it the best show on TV, but it's certainly like the most enjoyable show.
It's the most entertaining.
The most unique.
You don't necessarily have to be the best. You just have to be entertaining.
And it was so much fun. Like I think we might have mentioned this, or I might have mentioned this on the show. My buddy Pete does not like horror at all, and he watches Ash vs. Evil Dead. I got him into it, and he watched the whole series within like 3 days.
Yeah.
So.
And it's super easy to watch. It's only a 30-minute episode, so I mean everybody can find time for 30 minutes. They go really fast, and they're so good. I just love it. And the gore's great. Especially like the last week's episode had some really good gore in it.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there
not
yet.
gonna tell you. Oh,
Hey, look,
so much happened. So much happened. What episode are you up to, Ziggy?
I have 1 episode left in the 2nd season, and then I have up to on the 3rd season DVR'd, so I'm gonna catch up.
So you haven't watched anything from the 3rd season? Oh, we can't talk about. Oh, the 3rd season's
No,
so
but-
good. So much happens. I'm not gonna say anything. Sorry, my nose itches. I'm not gonna say anything. I couldn't wait. Okay, I had to itch my nose. I just But no, there's so much that happens in the 3rd season. It's so good. It's so good. So much shit. But yeah, the 2nd season was good too. I'll have to rewatch them all. But
Janie / love
Bruce Campbell's been on. I like all the TV shows Bruce Campbell's ever been on. It's not just because Bruce, but they really are entertaining, and they're all really unique if you look at them. Like, he's never been on. I mean, other than Burn Notice, which is kind of but the other The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. and then even Jack of All Trades. They're both kind of unique, interesting, bizarre television shows, but I really enjoyed both. But Briscoe County Jr. is quite a haul to get through. It's like 22 episodes, and they're each an hour long.
Well,
it's a lot, but I love it. I have the box set.
So,
Jack of All
hey,
Trades was good. I really
Hey, Ziggy, I want to see, that right there. I was just going to ask you, man. I like it because now you know how tall we are. And
I'm 5'10".
We might have been arrested in this mugshot video.
Oh, I'm 6 feet.
You're 6 feet.
I'm 5'3".
Sometimes I'm like 12 feet.
I'm not believing the accuracy of this back here.
Actual height, 2 foot 6 inches.
No, you're 5'9".
We are the
Average
Corpsepaint
height.
Show, and now you know our height. All right. Now, Raven Black. Next week, we talked about all the fun that was going on in Deep Ellum, including Midnight and Cleric. And, do we have this cool picture of our friend Jacob from American Shitstorm?
Oh, yeah, you went to American Shitstorm. That was also on Friday, or was it on Thursday? Thursday.
And that's the only picture I sent to Ziggy. But
There are so many great shows going on. It sucks that I can't get out to
there we go.
hardly any of them.
Look at the intensity in his eyes.
I'm glad you.
I wish that I'd known about this show because I would have gone. I got their album after he came on. I got their album and I listened to it, and it is awesome. I really, really enjoy it. I am a fan of American Shitstorm, so I can't wait to see them live.
And they did play "Let's Start a Fire." You know that lead-off song?
Yeah.
Yeah, strong, and it sounded good.
It's really good. They're really good bands.
Let's start a fire. I like starting fire.
You can only start fires outside.
Outside,
Don't
all
do
right.
it.
Not here in the bunker.
Not near our house or the bunker.
Okay. We're in the bunker. We're in a safe area. It's the bunker.
Wouldn't be safe if you set it on fire.
No. Then we'd be it'd be really bad.
Janie / what's going on in rats? Remember last week we showed all the videos? My prediction again, more rats in music videos, and they're going to be like on singers' shoulders, and that they'll be bringing them to the live concerts as well.
I don't think that'll work.
Do you want this one?
Our rats would not like that.
They could wear little earplugs.
I don't like this rat.
Oh, I like
this rat. This is my rat. He's special. He has a hairy tail.
Sticking straight up.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
Like Madonna.
You can curl it.
Oh, gotcha.
There you
Now,
go.
all right. We talked about a lot of fun stuff, but you know what we should also talk about? Something going on this planet. We, as human beings, allow genocide. Not to be confused with our guest from 3 weeks ago. Okay. Actual genocide to an alarming degree. And we made a pledge with ourselves that this would never occur after World War II. But if you go to, and you won't believe this, Genocide Watch, is it .org? Yeah.
GenocideWatch.net.
Net. Sorry. Thank you, Ziggy. All right. There it is. There's a website. Click it up there where it says interactive map. Interactive map. And let's bring you up to date on a couple we've talked about already. So when you're on the website, you go to interactive map, and then you're going to zoom in. If we go to Iraq, we're going to talk there about does it say stage 9 extermination with the Yazidis? Yeah?
Yes, the Yazidis, the Christinas, the Kurds, and the Shia are being killed by the Sunni militia and Al-Qaeda.
Now, this is stage 9 extermination. This is what's going on in this is the Yazidis are a kind of nomadic troop on their own. They kind of have their own mountain, and they're just being persecuted in northern Iraq. The other one we talked about is the Rohingya in Myanmar, and that's Burma. So click on it there. What is it? Stage 9 extermination against the Do I have it right? The Rohingya?
The Rohingya, the Democrats, the Karen, the Kachin, and the Shan are being killed by the army, Buddhist extremists, and the Rakhine.
They are being persecuted, and they're at stage 9 extermination for genocide because of their religion. This happens on our planet in 2018. I don't know. It just irks me, and I can't leave until we point out some of this stuff. And I hope that it just brings people to draw attention to this issue. All right, Janie Slash, thank you very much. We talked about Friedkin. We talked about the Exorcism documentary, right?
Yeah, we
did. We talked about new Halloween coming out later this year. And we touched briefly on Texas Frightmare Weekend, which is going to be a fun, crazy time.
Yeah, May 4th, 5th, and 6th. Sorry.
We're in Texas, and
it's like 2 weeks away.
Luckily, man, we're right in the corner of this country where there is a very large horror convention.
There's a large horror community.
Yeah, that's right. They're underground. They should all come out too. The
They're
Deadly
not really
Sins Burlesque.
Underground.
Well, they are. Yeah, they are. A lot of them underground. And we also talked about all the fun shows, upcoming shows, different shows, and all that. We love metal, and we love punk. We love all of it. And we are excited about our guests for next week, too.
Yeah, we are.
Man, we just say stay in touch with us.
Wait. We didn't get to talk about Agretsuko. Or Gretzko.
Is that what? I thought that's what you were going to bring up earlier.
Talking
Ziggy.
about the heavy metal topic here. There's a new television show. It's a little anime. It's only like 15 to 18 minutes long on Netflix. It premiered on 4/20 called Agretsuko. I can't say it right.
Well, I say Agretsuko.
It's not Agretsuko.
Yeah, I personally, I've been saying it as Agretsuko.
Oh, I have
but
too.
I'm probably wrong.
It's like Resko.
Well, I believe it's Retsuko.
Retsuko's her name.
Yeah. And so it's probably Agretsuko.
Yeah, it's Agretsuko.
Which is right, Rage Retsuko. Because she loves singing.
She works in an office job. She's 25. She's a Scorpio. She works in an office job where people just pretty much dump on her all day. And she gets frustrated. And she keeps a microphone in her purse. And she likes to sing death metal.
she turns into
It's her secret.
a death metal screamer.
It's great. She's adorable, and then all of a sudden, all this like her little like it turns into corpse paint, and she just starts screaming, and it's like violent and cute.
So I heard her on an episode giving death metal singing advice to a friend by saying you need to put tension on your vocal cords. Yeah, there she is. That's the death metal version of Agretsuko.
It's kind of creepy though how relatable it is to actual life. Like even when she's dating her boyfriend.
Look, leave that up for a second.
temporarily.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's kind of relatable. It's really relatable. It's kind of scary how well you can actually relate to this little anime cartoon's only like 15 minutes. Especially if you have an office job and you're a female in an office.
Yes.
There's a lot of shit you do have to
all
deal
the
with.
shit you have to put up with in corporate America or cubicle America, especially for females. But look at that tongue. Look at it. This one is for all of you Krampus fans who like long tongues, and you know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
just metal fans.
And metal fans and Satan fans who love putting that tongue out in any sort of picture you take.
I did think it was funny when somebody told her she looked like a Sanrio character.
That's a good bit. I don't think I've got there yet.
Oh yeah, he was like, "You look like one of those Sanrio characters." She just he was like,
It is a very funny show. Like the comedy beats translate so well, and it does something that I appreciate in shows where it has this very sweet sincerity to it, to the main character, that when she does get screwed over, which is all that ever happens to her, you also get mad with her that she has to put up with this stuff.
Even though it's an animated character, you identify so well with it.
and she is a Sanrio character. That's why that makes that funny. And she does like beer. She drinks a lot of beer. And there are episodes where she gets drunk and she like pukes everywhere. And it's just very.
The death metal anime character, which we support.
Have you
on the
gotten
Corpsepaint.
to where she started dating that guy? Mr.
No,
Personality.
I am on the episode where she decides that dating might be a way out of her office job.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm midway through there.
She's trying everything to get out of her office job.
It's like so we watch all these Netflix shows and Satan's like, hey, can you fast forward through that intro? Because that sucks. And he was like, please don't ever fast forward through this intro. I like this intro. I want to watch this intro.
So I'm usually the same way, and I watch the intro because it is it's very sweet animation and like sweet movements over this awesome like metal opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's so cute.
It's just this great juxtaposition, and as the intro goes on, you can see her like slowly start to headbang and react to the music, and it's great.
Let's do an episode of. Oh, right there. I want to make sure that of cute female singers who sing death metal. There's a bunch of them.
Are there cute?
And
Yeah,
then
there are.
you could take some lessons. We'll have one as a guest, and then they'll give lessons to Janie Slash.
Sorry.
And then you can really be like Agretsuko.
Well, yeah, like Haley Williams.
Who?
Haley Williams?
Is that from Butcher Babies?
That's from
She's from Paramore.
Oh, okay.
She's not a metal singer.
Oh, okay.
There is that one lady though that I've sent you several YouTube like videos on that I've tried to tell you talk to her. She helps like teach a lot of the famous death metal and heavy metal singers how to properly sing so they don't destroy their vocal cords, because a lot of things were happening was where people were absolutely getting nodes and destroying their vocal cords, and even at like the point where they're vomiting like blood and stuff because they're just tearing everything apart. Because when you sing, you have to be really careful. I mean, you only get one set of vocal cords. You don't want to fuck them up.
So it's all in breathing, or
I don't know. I don't sing death metal.
You'd have to ask her.
You
ask
talk
her.
to her.
Well, let's get her. Let's get her. We're the Corpsepaint show. Let's get her.
I've only been sending these videos forever. Be like, hey, message this lady.
Got it.
Yes, that.
Look, did we talk?
She has
about
a lot of great merchandise too. I have a lot of her t-shirts.
2 tickets to give away to Satyricon. Just send us an email by going first to corpsepaint.net. Yeah, that one right there. What's
Tell
playing,
us
Ziggy?
what is
playing?
Androphagus the Plague.
Yes. It's all extreme metal all the time. No. There's some surprises in there, and there's some punk in there, and there's some industrial in there. So, yeah, it's a variety of good extreme stuff you like. This is music that is unheard. It's music that's underground. It's music that needs to come out.
I think I just heard it.
Oh, good. Blah. Extreme metal makes you feel better, doesn't it? We know it. We know it does.
Like
So
at
please
Gretzko.
support- Yeah.
Yeah.
It's her therapy. That's exactly
I just
right.
like that she keeps a microphone in her purse.
I know,
So
her
she
own
can
mic.
go, like, hide and like scream.
It's her own mic.
And then like when she donated all that the money to that couple that got married, and she's really sad about it, and she'd eat like bread crust with mayonnaise for lunch because she was poor from it. Like, yeah.
But did you catch also, like when she goes to the
Careful, because Ziggy hasn't seen it yet.
when she goes to the karaoke place, the guy knows her and says, 2 hours again? Like, she has, I think she only has one song she just keeps re-singing.
Yeah, she's got the number.
Yeah, 98819. It's like, yes, yes.
Well,
Come on,
I just
Retzico.
thought it was really cute whenever like he's like, you have 10 minutes left, and she still got that face. She
leave it
answers
right
the
there.
phone. And at the karaoke bar, she like answers the phone, and the guy's like, she's got that face still, and the guy's like, you have 10 minutes left. Would you like to book another 2 hours? And she goes back to normal. She's like, no, I'm fine.
Hey, now pull that up again. This is me at work. That's me right there at work.
It's not you.
No, I don't have papers piled around me. But the part in the middle is kind of like me at work. You got to let it out.
That's
It's
me right
got to
now.
come out. It's got to come out. That's what life is about. If it's in there, it's got to come out.
Let out your inner death metal.
Everyone's got inner death metal. Everyone has inner death metal. And you got to sing it out. We're trying to give you some health advice here so you will be healthy. Guess what I did today, Jenny Slash? I ate vegetables and fruit.
I
I'm
slept
feeling good.
until about 3:30 when he was like, get up, we have to go to the Corpsepaint show. And it was like, oh, okay.
Anyway, shout out to Midnight Man. Athanar, we love you when you come to Dallas, and it was a great show that they put on. And yeah, I bought this new shirt.
I like it. It's a nice
See?
shirt.
I thought it looked
don't-
like me on the front.
I don't know about the long sleeves, even though we have had an extended winter here in Texas. I like it. That's what you look like?
Yeah.
I must be drunk all the time.
Except for the yellow skin and the white hair.
You don't even have horns.
I don't. I always thought. You guys have been deceiving me.
You've been deceiving yourself, Satan.
Oh, not supposed to do that. Shouldn't do that. It adds up, builds up.
I'm
you
just
know?
making shit
You know
up
what I
as
mean?
I go. I don't know.
Look, when I go visit the doctor, I tell him I sing and scream death metal, and he says, yeah. Good for you. Continue on, son.
It's good therapy. Anyway.
Ziggy is performing at the Backdoor Comedy Club on Thursdays and Saturdays. Right, Zig?
Yes, Thursdays at 8:30, Saturdays shows at 8 and 10:15.
So you do an original stand-up set virtually, you two new ones, right? Every week?
They are not new sets.
Okay.
Yeah, I do new stuff, but it
Sure.
rotates.
Okay, all right. And but you're probably always constantly thinking of material, seeking material, experiencing life to where you see material, and
The goal is that to constantly be writing. That's and so I try to write as much as possible.
yeah, cool. How do you jot it down on your phone or
Yeah, I actually have a. Let me pull this up.
All right, so anytime during the day you're going to come up with something, right?
Yes, there's a text document on my phone called Bad Jokes, or titled Bad Jokes.
There you go.
What do suicidal people use to start their cars?
I don't know.
Jumper cables.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Because I'm dumb.
Well, yeah. all
Because
right.
they're suicidal. Jumper.
See, look, no. What? No. Well, okay. See, we
That's
talked about the
not funny,
suicide. We talked about the
though.
suicide awareness program. I mean, show coming up at Wits End, and so we're pro awareness of this horrible thing.
Which
And-
that was a horrible.
And Ziggy is simply a comedian. He's not trying to poke fun. All right. Yeah, that one right there.
I really didn't get it because I'm not very smart.
What's Lance Armstrong's zodiac sign?
Oh no,
Lancelot.
Cancer.
Aw, that's sad. These aren't funny.
Oh.
Yeah, they are in the file labeled bad jokes.
Bad jokes.
They
All
are
right.
bad.
So
They
if
are
you're
bad.
telling a joke and people react with a loud moan, groan, or is that still a win?
I keep if I get that reaction, I start telling more of those jokes to make I can be confrontational.
Look,
Oh,
Ziggy,
goodness.
Ziggy. Laughter is involuntary sometimes. Is that the holy grail when all of a sudden people don't realize it, but then they burst out in an involuntary laugh?
Well, I think that on some level you want your jokes to have an instantaneous reaction, in that it's instantly funny. Like there's not a lot of thinking behind it to like put the puzzle pieces
Like they
together
don't have to
to
process
get
it.
Yes, so that's what you. I think that's what you.
Yeah. But sometimes I've seen something, or I don't know, encountered something, and it is an involuntary laugh.
Oh, that's the first time that I watched Green Room. Right after it ended, I gut laughed for a solid 10 minutes because that was just such a tense movie, and to end it on the line that it ends on is so funny and such a good choice and such a stress reliever.
I have to go back and rewatch it.
That I laughed for 10 solid minutes.
Well, I mean, there's certain things in horror movies, especially, you have to have some type of like cathartic release where you think it's funny. Because if everything's just intense the whole time, it's kind of tough to take in. You've got to have something to let it out, so then you can get back into that.
I think we saw that in the two trailers, Ghost Story and the Devil and Father, what's his name?
Amorth.
Yeah, Amorth. I think we saw that in both. A little touch of humor. You're right. It's cathartic.
Humor is important. It's always
Well
good
said.
to have a sense of humor.
Oh yeah. Well, I love your platitudes. Hey, Janie Slash.
Yes.
What else is going on? You've got bingo.
Tuesday's Burlesque Bingo at Duke's Ice House. It's always free to play. 5 rounds for free. 5
Addison,
articles of clothing removed and 5 fabulous prizes.
Look at that picture.
Game always starts at 7 p.m. and it's at Duke's Ice House in Addison.
That is turning into a wild, great fun
It is a
time.
wild, fun crowd. So definitely come out and play. They've got food
Free.
and drinks.
Yeah, it's at a
Cheap
fun
drinks,
bar.
good food at a bar. Yeah.
It's at a bar.
It's always a good environment. Come hang out with me on Tuesdays. There's not much going on Tuesdays. Come out and play bingo.
Yep.
See all the regular grind of things.
What else for you, Ziggy? Thursday, Saturday?
Thursdays and Saturdays at Vector Comedy. You can also, I run a whole bunch of shows here at the network, but a show that I'm really proud of the work that we do on it is Dallas Beer Talk, and you can catch that. Those shows are pre-recorded, but they drop Thursdays at 6 on their YouTube channel.
So I watch it. They bring in beers. You guys, they drink and talk about it. And these are usually craft beers?
Yeah, they're almost always local craft breweries that come on, and then we try their beers. We talk about it. We talk about pop culture, just stuff that's going on in the background. I think a couple weeks ago we had like a long conversation about Friday the 13th and Ash vs. Evil Dead, and it's just a really fun time. This last Thursday we had in Oak Highlands Brewery. So that show is going to drop this Thursday, and then we're recording with Coop Brewery this week.
Neat. So Dallas Beer Talk, and it's on. Go to On Air Media.
Yes, the shows are end up archived on Air Media, but the best place to go to find them is their YouTube page. Dallas Beer Talk.
Dallas Beer Talk YouTube page. Very cool.
Beer.
Very
I
cool.
like
And you
talking.
can also find all of the Corpsepaint shows archived on the Corpsepaint YouTube page.
Yep. And also on our website, corpsepaint.net, you just click on past episodes.
Yep.
And you link
It'll
right
take you
there
right
to.
there. So subscribe. You get a notification. That way you don't have to keep up with it. Every time we post a new episode, you'll get a notification. Subscribe to YouTube. Also follow us on Facebook. You'll also get a notification when we go live on Facebook. If you follow us on Facebook. And
We
see
love
cool
you.
pictures
We
and cool
want-
events that Satan and I go to throughout the week. We like to make posts and keep you
Always
up to date
cool
on all our
stuff
cool
going
shit
on.
that we do.
We're going to keep you updated on what's happening in metal and horror and punk and such. And we want to do that for you. And we appreciate you guys watching. And we just say, hey, we're here every Sunday. Let's have a fun week. Thank you guys very much. Janie Slash,
That's all I got.
appreciate you so much.
Thanks.
Everybody
Appreciate you
is
too.
working for the weekend.
Yeah, we are working for the weekend. I hate that band.
Yeah, the Corpsepaint Show. Every Sunday we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah, Texas Frightmare Weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs all the time.
Sure, I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stopping down there.
Wag their finger at me for being Satan.
The Corpsepaint Show rule.